Noswaith. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another of our live question and answer sessions for College Cambria. Welcome. Hopefully you've joined us this evening. You've either joined the college this week already and you've already been in, or you're planning on joining us tomorrow. So we're delighted that you're here with us. Hopefully over the next 45 minutes or so, you'll get the chance to ask any questions, get to know a bit more about us. And we will try and answer your questions. But before we start, I'll just introduce myself and the panel. So I'm Lizzie Stevens. I'm the Director of Inclusion and Progress, and I'm here to host this evening, but also to answer any questions you might have around inclusion. Our delightful panel who are here with us this evening, thank you for coming. They're going to introduce themselves, and I'm going to start with Anna. Do you want to tell us a little bit about what you do?
Hello everyone, I'm the library coordinator for all the land-based courses, so that's based in Northup and Llysfasi.
Fantastic. So if you've got any questions about either about Northup or about libraries and what libraries do and what academic skills do, Anna's here to answer those questions for you. Jill?
Evening, everybody. My name's Jill Price. I'm the Curriculum Director for Skills, so that's your Maths, your English, your Digital Literacy and Employability. And I oversee 3 sites, so Deeside, Llysfasi and Northup. So any questions you have on skills, please do not hesitate to ask.
I've got no doubt there will be questions around maths and English, because there always is. But if you are sitting here and you've joined us this evening and you've got some questions, then please do let us know. Allow, over to you.
Hello, so my name's Allow Smith and I'm the Welsh Branch Officer for the Coleg Cymraeg Cenedlaethol. So I work with the Welsh department at the college, and we support learners with any Welsh needs, really, support and advise them. And also have the teaching staff as well, just to make sure. We're obviously very proud to be a bilingual college at College Cambria. So we just support you to make sure you get the best experience with your Welsh.
Fantastic. So if you're here this evening, you've got any questions around continuing through Welsh language, or any other questions, maybe you're thinking about starting to learn the language, then Allow's here to answer those questions for you. Jane, over to you.
Hi everybody, Jane Wilkinson, Learner Data Services Operations Manager, and my team basically look after everything to do with your personal data, your enrolments, timetables, lanyards, cards, pretty much everything to do with your day-to-day life, comfortably being a student at College Cambria.
Absolutely. And already we've had learners in for the last 2 days, and I've already been stopped a few times and asked questions around lanyards and timetables. It's always a real popular subject for us, isn't it? So Jane's here to answer your questions. Over to you, Sean.
Hi, I'm Sean. So I'm part of the Inclusion and Progress team. So I'm a Learning Support Manager. And I work very closely with the wider learning support provision and additional learning needs provision as well. So happy to answer any questions around support in college.
Fantastic. So whether you've got support already or whether you're looking to get support, you're not sure how support works in College Cambria, then we will make sure we answer those questions for you. And Bethan, last but not least.
Good evening, I'm Bethan Charles. I'm Director of Learner Services, so I look after student services, so that's your transport, your funding, information, advice and guidance. There's also safeguarding and mental health, and then learner experience, which is Learner Voice, Active Cambria, careers and enterprise, to name just a few.
Well done for remembering all of those and listing them. That was quite some achievement. But yeah, so you've met the panel now, wonderful bunch of people. We're here. We're here because we want to be of help. We want to support you in any shape that we can. So, but we need you to get involved. So how do you do that? Well, over the next 45 minutes, if you've got any questions, please do pop them into your social media device. Those questions will come up under the screen. We'll be able to see them and we'll be able to answer them. We'll make sure that the right person gets directed to them. If we're not able to answer your questions, please don't worry. We will make sure that we answer them tomorrow. So we'll get the right person, we'll get the answer, and we will answer them as soon as possible. If you're not keen on sending in the questions, we're we're fine with you just watching us and listening, or you might be listening to this back. So that's absolutely fine as well. But if you do have some further questions you didn't want to ask tonight, then you can contact us in a multiple of ways. You can go onto our website and you can contact us through that. That's www.cambria.ac.uk. If you like to pick up the phone and speak to somebody, then you can ring us as well. So let's just see if the number appears, but it's 0300 30 30 007. I always say this at all of these Q&As. I always say I like saying that number. I like the 30 30 007. So there's the number. But if you want to actually speak to somebody in person, then we do have people on all sites. You can come in and speak to student services. So they are placed right by reception. So really easy to get to. You can come in and have a chat to us. So don't worry, if you don't want to send us your questions this evening, you can do it that way. However, we love getting your questions. We've already had a few in earlier today that we've brought with us, but please do pop them in. No such thing as a daft question. We're here to support and help. Just pop them in and we'll answer them. But we have had questions, as I said earlier, and the first one that I'm going to go to, I think it's for you, Jill. Well, I know it's for you because it's a learner who started with us on Tuesday and has found out there's new skills rooms in D-side. Where are they?
Oh, this is really exciting for us because what we've done is we have developed 4 skills hubs in D-side to try and make it a lot easier for students to access the skills rooms. So we've got a foundation hub, which is right next door to the foundation rooms. It's down what we call the G32 corridor, but you will be shown it as part of your induction. So please don't worry. As part of your induction, you are being invited and taken to the skills rooms. We've got a technical hub as well. Again, all students will be taken to the rooms so that they know where those rooms are. We've got a construction engineering hub, which is right by the construction engineering area. And we've also got a digital skills and employability hub, which is for those students who have already got their GCSEs C and above. But when you're a student at the college, you, especially a level 2 student or level 1, level 2, you still need to update those skills, and you have the opportunity to do those extra skills of digital literacy and employability. So a good question to start off with. Thank you.
Yeah, it's great. I'm going to go and find them tomorrow and go and have a look. So that is exciting. Thanks very much for that. So if you've got any further questions around skills at all, maths, English, digital, please do pop them in. Jill's here to answer them. Funnily enough, we've got another question around skills. So sorry, Jill, it's another one for you. And this is around upskilling in maths and English. Is it compulsory? So while you're on the topic, if you'd like to continue telling us a bit more.
Yeah, as a student in College Cambria, you all have the opportunity to do maths and English, particularly your level 1 and level 2 learners. It's part of your timetable and it's part of your qualification as well. And we do speak with your vocational tutors and keep them abreast of your attendance, etc., because it is part of your course. So we don't look at it as a separate entity. They go hand in hand. Upskilling your maths and English is just as important as learning all those new skills that you're going to be doing on your vocational course. When it comes to level 3, most students at level 3, we hope, have got those basic English and math skills. So they've got their equivalency of a C grade or a level 2 ESW, but you still have the opportunity to upskill there as well. So it's very much part of your qualifications while you're in College Cambria.
Thanks, Jill. I'm sure that's going to be a lot of help to the learner who was asking about that. So hopefully, thank you for joining us, and hopefully we've got the right people here to answer your questions. If you have just joined, welcome to the live College Cambria question and answer session. This is for students who have either started this week or are due to start tomorrow. If you're due to start tomorrow, we can't wait to see you. We've already had a fantastic couple of days with learners on site. There's been lots and lots of good activities going on. The Freshers' Fair has been brilliant. Bethan, do you just want to tell us a bit more about the Freshers' Fair? Because if you're just joining us tomorrow at the college, you might wonder what that is.
Yeah, so it's a bit of a chance to meet some of the teams in college. We also have lots of people coming in from outside with freebies. So you get to come in and just have chats with people of like clubs and societies that you might be interested in. For example, sustainability, groups that come out of that. So it's a really good opportunity to go along with your progress coach or your tutor, and I suppose find out what other people in your class really enjoy too. So it's a real talking point. It's really busy and just full of people and lots of interesting stalls and like I said, lots of freebies that everybody really likes. So don't worry, you haven't missed it. Even if you're starting tomorrow, they will roll into next week.
Yeah, and we all love the freebies, don't we? I've got a lovely pair of sunglasses today, so it's always great at the Freshers' Fair.
Yeah,
so,
pen and a stress ball I got.
Yeah. Just while we're on, Bethan, how would we find out more about sort of those learner voice activities, learner groups and things? How would we get to hear about that?
So the learner voice officer or coordinator will come into your groups and discuss class reps and things like that. But if you want more information, they'll be available in the Freshers' Fairs. They're available in the student union spaces at Yale and D-side. You can ask in student services and they can give you details, but we really do want you to be involved in having your say on everything across the college, from the price of chips right up to course information and that sort of thing. It's really important that you tell us what you think and you really have a real input into college life at College Cambria. It's really important.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for that. So please do pop your questions into your device. Let us know, or just any thoughts or opinions that you've got. Let us know. But in the meantime, we had a question earlier on, which Sean, I think you're probably going to be best to answer, which is about getting help with some additional support needs. I had support at school and extra time. What do I do?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you have ever had support in school or anything in the background, we can absolutely look at putting things in place in college. Please just let us know about what those support needs might look like, and we can address them. If you have let us know about those support needs, we probably have already been in contact with you and offered you transition visits and things like that and sort of provided that information, but it's never too late. So again, if you do get a chance to speak to your progress coach, you can let them know. Or speak to tutors or come and see us directly in any of the inclusion spaces around the college, but pop up and speak to us. You will have people zoned to your sort of curriculum area. So again, you can speak to them and we can line that up. On the note of like extra time and exam arrangements and things like that, they don't automatically continue from school. So if you've told us about them, we will chase the school for that information. However, we can look at starting that process again, but it is based on your normal way of working in college. So again, the earlier you can let us know about those things, the better, and we can look to make sure you've got the right support for you, because we work in a person-centered way. So we'll follow that up properly. Thank you.
That's brilliant. Thanks, Sean. And we do have specialist tutors available on every site. You will get to meet them as part of your induction. You'll get to find out more about the support available at the college and what we can do to provide you with everything that you need, strategies and skills and everything like that. But also, if you're looking to access some of our slightly different support, the libraries are brilliant, absolutely brilliant at being able to offer what we call academic skills support. Anna, can you tell us a little bit more about that, please?
Of course I can, and thanks for the bigging up, Lizzie. I'm biased.
I think
love our
I think
department.
you're all great what you do in your department.
Yeah, well, I'm completely biased because I work with a really good team of people, and we're all very geekish and we love research. And if you come in with a very difficult assignment title, that's when we get excited. So you'll see us near enough every day because most of the libraries are very near reception. So if you have any inquiries and you're a bit concerned about something, you can pop in. So we run on two ways. We run on one-to-one support, where there's individual meetings where you'll meet one of the team and we'll go through your concerns. We'll look at your research requirements. We'll also look at your tech requirements as well. So if you need a Chromebook to use at home or different devices.
Oh, I think Anna's frozen. I'm not sure if she has for everybody, but certainly frozen for me. Sorry about that. Well, I can guarantee she hasn't pretended to glitch just to get out of answering the question. As you can tell, she's very proud, very passionate about what they do. And just to finish off what she was saying, she was telling us about being able to loan devices. So that's Chromebooks. The college has an awful lot of Chromebooks in every classroom. There's Chromebooks available, but also the libraries are able to loan them out to you if you need to have one to work on at home. So I think that's what Anna was saying. She may pop back up and tell us more, but I think that sort of covers the library academic skills and lots of the service they provide. They also raise a lot of awareness around things like diversity, interesting things around certain books and topics and things. So they're a great centre to come and have a chat, meet other people, learn something new. Really, they're used a lot, our libraries. But actually, that leads me really well into a question we've also received, which is around lunchtime clubs. So as well as the library being available at lunchtime, if you found yourself wondering what else is available, you might have been in this week and the canteens are always really busy, in the first few weeks, and you're thinking, where else can I go? What will a normal day look like at college? Well, we also have sort of lunchtime clubs and we have different areas. I'm going to ask Sean to tell us a little bit about sort of quiet spaces. If you can also include about the wellbeing hub, that'd be great. And then I'm going to bring in Bethan to tell us a bit about clubs. So Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. So like Lizzie said, sometimes some people can find like the busy canteen quite overwhelming, or again, if you're just looking for somewhere a little bit quieter to hang out. So we have got the inclusion spaces and we run certain things out of them. So it could be certain activities that we'll do over breaks and lunch and things like that. But they are based on the inclusion areas. So again, pop up and have a chat with the team up there and use that space and make sure you are kind of engaging with the people up there, because again, it's a great place to meet new people and start those relationships and friendships. As Lizzie said, we also have got the wellbeing hubs as well, which are very sort of specific spaces for sort of calm contemplation and reflection and recovery, essentially, if you have found it a little bit too much. So they are sort of staffed. We have got people around, so you can come and use them if things are feeling a little bit too much. Pop up, and we have got things like sensory lights and comfy seats to come and spend a bit of time there and engage with the wellbeing team should you need to do that.
Yeah, they're really lovely spaces, aren't they? And they are on every site. So if you're joining us tomorrow and you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure what to do, and I might feel a little bit overwhelmed, come to the Wellbeing Hub. There's always somebody there. You'll see us around. We have green jackets. You'll see us bopping around. Always a friendly face, and it's always a place to go if you just need just a few minutes, as Sean said. If you haven't tried out the egg chairs, please do pop along and try out the egg chairs. Everyone's always really interested in what's an egg chair. But anyway, yeah, those are available. And Bethan, do you want to just carry on a little bit about other things that are available at sort of lunchtimes?
Yeah, so there's spaces across all colleges, but in Deeside and Yale, like I mentioned, there is a student union space as well. So clubs and societies that are run by Learner Voice and other colleagues, things like debating groups, LGBTQ+, sign language, young carer groups, sports groups, enterprise, Dungeons and Dragons, creative writing, chess club, anime. There's also offers for volunteering and things like becoming your own boss. So there's plenty of activities, and if anybody's got any ideas of another club that's maybe not running already, we're always open to fresh ideas.
Now, Bethan, tell me you read those, because if you've just
information's on our website.
I thought that's an incredible amount of information to hold in your head, and I was really impressed. So you've just burst my bubble, but never mind. That's great. I think it's safe to say there's an awful lot available, isn't there? Alaa, what about Welsh? Any Welsh clubs in the college?
Yeah, so we had Welsh Club running at lunchtimes last year, so across all sites. We're in the process of establishing and deciding which day will work best on which site at the moment, but we have got an Instagram account. So if you want to follow us on Instagram, we'll put updates in the next few weeks to let you know where they're taking place. So the Instagram is Cangen Cymraeg Cambria. So if you just type in Cangen Cymraeg Cambria, you can actually see what we did last year as well. So we took part in lots of games and lots of fun things. Usually we have events, pop-ups that coincide with Welsh celebrations. So I think last year, the St. David's Day, that we handed out Welsh cakes, and that seemed quite popular. Anything with a freebie seems to go down well.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. That you have some fantastic activities right throughout the year. If somebody wants to get in touch with you, not on Instagram, what's the best way to get in touch with the team?
So you can drop us an email. So it's help.cymraeg@cambria.ac.uk.
Fantastic. And that should pop along the bottom in just a sec. So please do get in touch. Come and meet the team. They're an absolutely lovely, fantastic team. And the other thing is, if you don't speak any Welsh, keen to learn some Welsh, it's a great opportunity. You come into Coleg Cambria, we absolutely have the best resources, the best facilities to be able to develop those skills. And it's a beautiful, wonderful language to learn. So don't be shy. Allow anything to add on that?
Absolutely. And in the Welsh clubs as well, don't feel that you have to speak Welsh to come along to the Welsh clubs. I know most of the ones that came in Northup last year, they weren't Welsh speakers, but they wanted to learn more about Cymraeg. So everybody's welcome.
Because you learn about the culture as well, don't you? Not just the language. It's about the culture and the history. And
can I just... sorry.
Jen.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to add on the Welsh language front, if we've got any students of Welsh language first language and they need support in their language, I'm obviously going to be talking about maths, for example. We do give a lot of support for Welsh first language students. So if you need any help, please do ask us. We've got loads of resources, and we've also got some Welsh language teachers that can support the the math side of learning, because obviously it's a different vocab. So a lot of our learners that have learned maths in Welsh sometimes struggle if we then change to English. So you don't need to do that. Just let us know and we will support you in any way that we can.
Absolutely. We have got a really good translation team, so they translate a lot of the terminology for all different courses as well. So don't be worrying if you've been to a Welsh school and you're panicking about that change of terminology. Absolutely, we can support you, and there's lots of tutors. We can give you one-to-one support even, so just get in touch, but we'll be around in the classes anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. And across whatever you do across the college, we will always respect your language, and we will always make sure that everything is available in your language. It's absolutely your right. So thank you. Thank you for that, Alaa. That's really helpful and really interesting. Jane, I'm going to come to you because you've been sitting in the corner of my screen, but I don't know whether you're in the corner of your screen. But anyway, we always have questions, and I've had loads of questions today around timetables. When are they finalised? Tell us a bit about timetables for either learners that have been in this week or for those coming in tomorrow. What
timetable? That's the biggest question, timetables. When am I going to get my timetable? I can't view my timetable. Basically, timetables are issued during induction. The process for timetables is dependent, obviously, on what course you're doing, but then also as to whether that course has been split into groups. So there's a little bit of movement throughout your first week, couple of weeks maybe. However, the timetable is available on the Cambria app. So if you download the app, it will be available after induction. And if you've got any questions or queries with regards to your timetable, speak to your tutors or your progress coach in the first instance, and then they'll get in touch with my team and we'll get any questions, queries resolved as soon as possible.
That's brilliant, really helpful. I mean, the main thing is, if you've joined us this evening and you've got concerns, the main thing is, and that's what we're here to tell you, you don't have to worry about anything. It's new for you. It's not new for us. We've done this year after year. You know, for us, this is, we do have the answers. We do have, we do have the answers. We do have the resources to help you. Talk to us. Talk to your progress coach. Talk to your tutor. Talk to student services. There's so many people around that you can come and ask you questions. Nothing at all for you to worry about it in any shape or form. So thank you for that, Jane. I'm going to pick on you again as well, because there is another query around lanyards. So the query around lanyards is about wearing them. But I'll pick on you first, and then I'm going to ask the rest of the panel as well.
Okay,
why are we wearing lanyards?
Okay, so lanyards are for safeguarding reasons and for security reasons. So all students and staff members you'll see as you're walking around the college have to wear a lanyard. We have access points throughout the college for classrooms, entry points and things, and you have to blip in and out to come in. Again, it's a security thing. Lanyards will be issued along with your student ID card on your first induction day. If you miss your induction day for whatever reason, we can obviously get it to you on the second induction day. If you turn up on induction and we haven't printed a card for you, it could be in the process of being printed, or it could be that we've not had a photograph, because we can't print the cards without a photograph, if that makes sense. Learners were all asked over the summer to obviously upload a photograph, send it in, and if you haven't, don't worry, because we can take photographs on your day and try and get your card to you as soon as possible. But yeah, you have to wear these for, like I say, security reasons and for safeguarding reasons around all the sites.
We love wearing our lanyards. We do. For me, I wear my lanyard. I know that I'm part of a community, the best community I believe ever, which is the College Cambria community. Other people who are walking along know that I'm part of this community. It's something that's really meaningful as well as really important. So, if it's a bit uncomfortable for you, don't worry. We have some things that you can pop in them. I think we've still got them, haven't we, Sean? Still got some of the adapters and things. So
yeah, we've got clips, and we've got some sort of more sensory wraps that we can put onto them as well if you ever did need to. Again, just reach out to the inclusion team, we can line that up.
Exactly. But it is something we're always going to nag you about. If we see you without your lanyard, we will say, can you pop your lanyard on, please? It's important that you show your ID, and that way we know that we're all supposed to be there. We're all supposed to be in college. So
we do use our we do use our lanyards for other things as well, don't we? So you will need them for skills. It helps you to log on to your computers, but also proves when you go to exams and assessments that it's you. So you need them for your exams and your assessments. And you're also preparing yourself for working life, because most organisations now that you might end up working for will have very similar IDs. So, you'll have to have ID cards. So it's getting used to that working life that you'll probably be going into in the next few years. But they are used for lots of different things around the college as well. Not just there to prove you're a student. You get access into your computers, etc., and for exams, assessments. And I'm sure there'll be people here on the panel who'll probably tell you a few more things that you need them for as well.
You can't get through the doors. That would be really difficult, wouldn't it?
Just to add, if you are a Welsh speaker, you can have a different lanyard with the Welsh Cymraeg bathodyn on as well, so you can recognise Welsh speakers.
Fantastic. Okay, we will move on from lanyards. Hi, Aidan. Thanks very much for your question. It's a good question. I'm not sure who's going to answer it, but does anyone know if there's any spaces left on esports?
I do. I would know that. So currently it depends what level you are applying for. So if you are looking at a level 1 course, then that is currently on waiting list. However, there are spaces currently on level 2, which is 5 GCSEs, A star to C, including Ds in maths and English, and the level 3 course, which is actually a diploma in esports, digital marketing and enterprise. There's still spaces on that. So that's 5 GCSEs, A star to C, including C in maths and English. So it depends on GCSE grades or previous qualifications, but our esports are only on our D-side site as well. So just be aware of that as well.
Brilliant. Thanks, Beth. And hope that answered your question, Aidan. If you are watching, you've just joined us, welcome to this question and answer session for College Cambria. Please do pop your questions into your social media device. We'll endeavour to answer them. But as I said earlier, really important, if you don't want to ask your question now, if you think later on, you think, oh, I wish I'd asked that, then you can contact us in a number of ways. I'm going to answer this question, and then we will show you how to get in touch with us. So during lunchtime, are we able to go outside of the campus? Bethan, over to you.
Yes, you are allowed off campus during lunch times, but it also depends on which campus you're on, because some campuses are a lot more difficult than others to go off campus. For example, Northup and Llysfasi are quite away from anything, whereas Yale and Bersham Road are quite close to Wrexham. But just make sure that you've spoken to any parents or guardians about going off site at lunchtime, and also that you're definitely back in time. So wherever you go, make sure that you're back for your lessons after lunch.
That's brilliant, and it's a really good question, actually. So thank you for putting that in. It always comes as a bit of a shock, I think, when you join us from school. School's very different to college, and you certainly get a lot more freedom at college, perhaps, than you had at school. It's very different, it's a grown-up environment. So we will always give you respect, and it's important that you also respect the college and yourself. So, yeah.
Can I just add there as well, though, that there are fantastic facilities on site that some people choose not to go off site because they've got everything that they need on site, like your libraries, the canteens, different coffee shops. So lots of people choose just to stay on site and find their own area within the college. Like Sean mentioned, the inclusion centre, the wellbeing hub. So I suppose it's finding wherever people feel most comfortable.
And why would you want to miss the free lunch?
Exactly.
That's the highlight of the day, isn't it? and the breakfast. So yeah, totally understand. But yeah, hope that's answered that question. I'm sure it has. I was coming back to my point earlier, which is if you do have questions later, or you want some reassurance and there's lots of ways in which you can get in touch with us. You can contact us via our website, which is www.cambria.ac.uk, and that will pop up underneath in just a second. Oh, we've got admissions. Oh, there we go. www.cambria.ac.uk. You can give us a call on 0300 30 30 007. If you don't like picking up the phone, then you can pop in and see us. You can come in and see us at Student Services. So there's lots of different ways to get in touch with us. Also on site, there's all these amazing people who are here to support you. We've got your progress coaches. Got Student Services. You've got libraries. You can actually just stop anyone who's wearing a staff badge, and we will help you. So just stop us as we're passing, and we'll make sure that we answer anything for you. Okay, so we've got a few more questions coming through. I just want to go to one that was Oh, hi, Dawn Louise. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, so this is quite common around sort of like difficulties at school. With regards to bullying, we have a very, very strict policy about that. So I'm going to pass over to Bethan, who will tell us a little bit more. But I'm sorry that your daughter had this experience, and hopefully we'll be able to reassure you this evening. So thank you for that. Bethan.
Yeah. So yeah, like Lizzie said, I'm sorry to hear that your daughter had such a terrible time in school because of bullying. But in college, we have discussions with learners. There's plenty of avenues that if that is happening, that there's lots of people to speak to, whether it's the progress coach, whether it's your tutor, whether it's the curriculum manager, student services, anyone in college you can speak to if that is happening. And just to say that we do take it very seriously. It is a safeguarding concern. It is looked into by the area manager. So please rest assured that if anything like that happens, then it will be dealt with. But I think the important thing is just to say, even though I suppose 16 or over, lots of parents, guardians think, oh, well, I don't need to be involved anymore. That's not the case. We encourage you to still be involved. So please, either you contact us, or there's anonymous reporting as well through the safeguarding function. Lizzie, some of your team as well in terms of equality and diversity. There's a lot of support. There's a lot of support across the college.
Yeah, and just to reassure you, Dawn, thank you again for your query. Just to reassure you, there's a lot of work goes in the college to educating our young people about what, about fairness, about belonging, about equality, about what is acceptable, what isn't. So all learners attend progress coach sessions where they have a pastoral education. They have training in pastoral. So what that means is that they're learning about being a citizen, what is appropriate, what isn't appropriate, what is, and why we should respect and diversity. So loads of work goes in around that. So not only are we really come down harder around sort of like those behaviours of concern, what we're also doing is educating young people, and that's really, really important. So big programme going on in the college. So hopefully that's given you some reassurance. As Bethan said, if you've got any concerns or worries, you just get in touch with us. Or if you want to come in and talk to some of the team, you can certainly talk to certainly come in and talk to our inclusion team. You can talk to we've got a positive behaviour coach. He's full-time, he's on every site, he goes on every site. He's there to work with learners who demonstrate behaviours of any concern, and to make sure that they understand why what they did was wrong. So, has worked with people who have been involved in bullying in the past. So, we've got the right people here, but if you need some reassurance or you want to see how it actually works at Yale, then just get in touch with us. You can contact us through learning.support@cambria.ac.uk. That's learning.support@Cambria. Oh, well done, Lauren. At cambria.ac.uk. You can also contact directly into our wellbeing team. Our wellbeing team are there to support. They're there at the hubs, but you can contact them as well if you want us to reach out or anything like that. wellbeing@cambria.ac.uk. Or alternatively, you can go directly to our equality and diversity lead, our our equality and diversity lead, who we call the fairness and belonging lead, and that's equality and diversity at cambria.ac.uk. So hopefully that has given you some answers to that. Please do send us any of your questions coming in. Really interesting this evening, really good broad variety of questions coming in. And thank you to the panel for being here and for answering them so openly. So let's just have a look. We've got more coming in at the moment. Okay, Lindsay, we've had a question from you. Your daughter's really anxious about getting different buses. Okay. Bethan, I knew it. I said before we came on the screen, everyone, or to all our lovely viewers, and before we came on the screen, I said there's going to be questions around transport, absolutely, and it does cause people a lot of concerns and worries. So she's worried about 2 different buses from Deeside and the one to Northup. Bethan, would you be able to explain that to us, how that works, and give some reassurance?
Yeah, so it does cause people anxiety, especially the fear of the unknown. But what I can tell you is that so many learners come to college with that worry, and by the end of this week, those anxieties are reassured a little bit. So yes, buses do come into Deeside and then go on to Northup, but just to let you know, there are plenty of staff around in the mornings to support you getting on, if you're worried about getting on the wrong bus, that sort of thing. And there is also a learning support person who gets on the last bus to Northup. So if you make yourselves known to her, or sometimes it's Jan, sometimes it's Andy, if you make yourselves known to them, they'll make sure that they're aware of you. But it's basically, don't worry, there is plenty of staff around that will help you, especially if you're coming in tomorrow for the first time.
Yeah, like we said earlier, you know, for your daughter, it's her first time doing this, but we've been doing this a long time. We make sure there's lots and lots of people there. The transfer bus, the one to Northup, it's on our college grounds. You know, it comes in, so she'll never leave the college grounds for that. So it's really quite straightforward. We make it straightforward, and there's so many people there. I can assure you, you know, we're quite used. There's a lot of learners doing the same thing, isn't there, Bethan?
Yeah, plenty of learners, and they always go from the same stop, so it'll be the same thing, same buses every day. So you'll get to know the drivers, you'll get to know which bus it is, you'll get to know the stop, and you'll get to know other people on your bus as well, because lots of people are going up to Northup from Deeside. So try and not worry, but if you are concerned, just make yourself known to a member of staff and just say, I don't know where I'm going. And
do you know what number? Do you know what number bay the bus goes from? The North
number 2, 1 or 2.
There we go. 1 or 2. That it could
right
be
next to each other.
Right next. Yeah. So, and we don't leave people behind. We always make sure everybody gets where they need to go. Never do we leave a learner.
No, and we wouldn't let you get on a bus that was going back to the depot or anything like that. It would. Yeah, we will make sure that you're on the right bus.
But we do understand it can be sort of like nerve-wracking. It can be a worry for people, for our learners coming in. You know, it's the unknown, but within a week, it's all becomes very familiar. It's the same day in, day out, same drivers, same buses, just different weather, really. That's about it. Sean?
Yeah, if I can jump into that, we've got a section on the inclusion page website, which has got kind of welcome videos. So you can see what it looks like to get off the bus at that welcome bay, see what it looks like with all the people around and which one you'd be getting onto as well. So you can see that in advance. And I think they walk you from the bus to reception on some of them as well. So yeah, you can have a look at some of those videos because that might also be reassuring as well.
Fab. Sorry, Bethan, Lindsay just said that it says it goes from base 7. Should we confirm that tomorrow or later?
I can confirm that in a minute.
Okay, brilliant. Thanks, Lindsay. Thanks for letting us know that. We'll just confirm it for you. Okay, well, thank you. Lots of interesting questions. If you have just joined us, hopefully not. Hopefully you've been here for a while. But if you're thinking now, this is your chance to get some questions in. If you want to, if you don't, you can contact us in all the multiple ways we said earlier. But whilst we're all here, any more questions coming through for us, then please do let us know. I'm going to leave Bethan with that pondering that one. But I'm just going to go to another question that we received earlier that I think is quite relevant. So somebody's joining us tomorrow, Anna, wants to know about what books are needed for the course.
Okay, so every library on each site has subject lists for your courses that are running. So there isn't anything we don't know about which books, either online resources, paper resources, online journals, that type of thing. So we can tell you about what your tutor is expecting you to be reading on your reading lists. But excitingly, we also have huge amounts of fiction sections and other subject areas, not to distract you from your course, but to kind of sister copies to kind of read alongside as well. So just pop into any of the libraries. Like I was saying before, we're lovely teams, and we'll just find out what you're interested in. And we get excited about putting you in contact with books that we think you might enjoy as well.
I just love that about your team. You get so excited about books and lists and things. It's just wonderful. so refreshing.
We can't help it.
I know. Vicky, thank you for joining us this evening. Thank you for your question. How is absence reported, please? Anybody want to answer that? I can. It's through the app. So if you haven't downloaded the app, if you've joined us and you haven't downloaded the app, you do need to download the app. It's very straightforward there. You do everything through the app. You can do, you can access timetables, access all sorts of things. All your information is there. If you've got problems with downloading the app, you can have a chat to your progress coach, your tutor, or you can pop in. Well, I'm saying pop. Dare I say pop into the libraries, Anna? Is that okay? Yeah, she's saying yeah, that's fine. Really straightforward. That again will all be explained during induction. Induction week is really important. We give you all the information that you need, and we will explain around absence and the importance of letting us know, and the importance of attending as much as possible. Jane, anything to add to that? No,
I don't think so. Just like you say, attendance is vital, really, because if you miss out, you've got more work to catch up on when you're not in college, basically.
This is true.
If there's anything,
and why wouldn't you want to be in college? It's absolutely brilliant, and it is. Hopefully you're finding that out yourself this week, and you're realising just what a good place it is to be. So, Vicky, I hope that's answered your question. Please, if you do have any problems with the apps, or anything like that, just let us know and we'll sort it out for you. Okay, well, it is 6:48. We've had loads of questions this evening, and I'm sure there will be more tomorrow night. We are live again tomorrow evening. We're aiming that to parents, I think, tomorrow evening. However, if you didn't get your question answered this evening and you want to pop back on, please do. Or if you just like seeing us and you just like joining us, you're very welcome. We love having your company. So we will be live again tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock. In the meantime, I'm going to ask the panel, just any last thoughts from anybody? Jill?
I have a microphone off, so that was no good. No, I just want to wish everybody the best of luck. I always say college is like a fresh beginning for students. Forget about what's gone on in school, and it's a really great opportunity to try new things, to meet new people, and just to really see yourself develop and grow. And we certainly see that. With the time we work there, we see students coming in and they really flourish and develop and grow in confidence. So it's why we're there, and it's why we work in the college, because it's just so lovely to see. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Jill. That's lovely and very true. Alal?
Yeah, just to reiterate that, really, just make the most of every opportunity. Have the best time in the next few weeks getting to know where everything is, and don't be afraid to reach out. Everyone's so friendly and willing to help. So just enjoy.
Brilliant. Thank you. Jane, any last thoughts?
No, pretty much the same. If anybody is anxious, worried, concerned, obviously speak to your tutor or your progress coach, or student services. Obviously, they've got a specialist team. obviously Sean's team, everyone's dead helpful, dead friendly. And what I will say is no question's a daft question, because if they're thinking of a question, it'll be damned to know that everybody else in that classroom is probably thinking the same or wanting to ask it. So yeah, just come and speak to any member of staff. We'll give you any support or guidance or anything that we can.
Good last thought. Thank you. Sean?
Yeah, echoing what other people have said, really. Yeah, all the best to everyone that is starting. It's been great to see everyone the last couple of days. And, you know, as we go into the rest of this week as well, looking forward to meeting everyone. Just to sort of close off by saying, if you are looking to discuss support or have got any questions, like people as come and speak to the team, don't worry about asking those questions. And we're always here to support you. Thank you.
And there's loads of info on the website as well for any of the subjects we've discussed this evening. There's lots of information available for you on the website. Please do, if you haven't had a look at the website, I'm sure you have, but if you haven't, have a look at that. Bethan, your last thoughts?
Yeah, the same as everyone else, but also to answer Lindsay's question. So there are some buses that we use as the shuttle buses up to Northup. So for example, the Wrexham to Deeside to Northup is bus 7, and that goes, like I said, to those sites. So there's no need to get off the bus, just stay on the bus to Northup. But the driver will be aware of that. And also, if it is the Wrexham bus 7, there is a chaperone on that bus to support any learners. So there is that. But I don't know whether it's possible to get details and maybe have a conversation with Lindsay about which bus it is, because there's 2 bus 7s. But the Northup buses tend to go from bays 1 or 2. They'll come in there in the morning, unless you're on a bus that's already going up to Northup. But we can have a chat around that if we can sort out exchanging details.
Okay, it does. It sounds confusing, but it actually isn't, is it?
No. It's you know, straightforward once you know what bus you're on. But like I said, unless I know your personal circumstances. Oh, she's coming from Chester, so yeah, so that would be an Arriva bus from Blacon. Okay, let me have a look. And
Bethan loves this. She loves just sort of like she'll sort it out for you, Lindsay. She will work it out. Bethan, you've got a couple of minutes to do it, so speed is of the essence. No pressure, mind you. There you go. Okay, while we're waiting for Bethan to come back to Lindsay, Anna, what are your last thoughts?
Just that you're going to love your course. You're going to have the best time on your course. It's quite simply, that's why we have so many returning students on other courses. People don't want to leave. They love it. And if you look at the percentage of how many students become staff, I think that sort of answers the argument, doesn't it? You're just going to have a brilliant time. And any hesitation, there's enough support staff to answer any sort of queries and put your mind at rest. But it's going to be brilliant.
Great. So I'll just give Bethan another minute. Oh, you ready?
Okay. Yeah. So Blacon is bus number 6. So it goes into bay 6. So it'll either pull into 1 or 2, or it will go round to bay 6. I can ask someone to be on bay 6 tomorrow, and also bay 1 and 2, just to make sure that everybody's getting on the right bus, especially if they're nervous, because I believe that Northup, the level 2s and the level 3s are starting tomorrow. So there'll be a lot of people probably asking the same question as what you're asking. So lots of people will be about tomorrow. I will make sure of it.
There you go, Lindsay.
Get on the wrong bus, and everybody will know after tomorrow exactly what they're doing.
There you go, Lindsay. There will be somebody at base 6 chaperoning from base 6 to the right, and at 2 and at 1. There you go. That's a guarantee. On that note, it's there's nothing left more for me to say. Thank you very much to our lovely panel. You've been great as always. Thank you for joining us, to our viewers. Really great questions, and hopefully we have been able to answer them. And again, like I said, if you do want to get in touch, please do. To all our lovely learners, how exciting if you're starting tomorrow, and if you joined us this week, we hope it's everything you hope for, and will continue to be. On that note, just wishing you a Nostar good night, and thank you, and we will see you again, or see you very shortly. So thank you.
Bye.